Okay, let me see here. New post. Live. Switch. Okay. Okay, so this is totally unannounced, and I usually release my videos early in the morning, so I probably don't have any regular viewers on right now. So for those of you who are watching, this is probably the first time for you guys. So I'm doing a live skincare Q&A, and the reason why I decided to do it is because I actually had to put my dog down this past week. And so and with all the consultations I was doing, I couldn't do a lot of the, hi, Rosemary. I'm trying to do it at the same time, the Instagram and the YouTube. So for those of you who are watching, I've been practicing professional skin therapy for over 13 years, and I've done over 26,000 services. So, and I usually put out a video once a week, but this week was a little bit difficult. So, and I also had some consultations that concerned me a little bit of just how many things there's so many of you guys out there who are trying to do the best thing for your skin, and some of you guys are prematurely aging your skin. So I'm gonna tell you a brief story. I did a consultation with a very young woman, and she's watching all these different videos and all these different things on social media, and she is actually prematurely aging her skin. She actually contacted me to see if she could do if she should do more of an invasive procedure, and I told her no. So um, that is why I'm on here. And if you guys, and typically, I charge for very, very specific consultations. So if you guys are having a question, you're not really sure if you should purchase a specific type of product or do a specific type of professional service like laser or microdermabrasion or something like that, then let me know. And you can go ahead and put something in the chat and see. Or if you want me, or if I actually have quite a bit of professional people who watch me, and they ask a lot of questions as well. So if you, first of all, if you are even a professional out there and you are watching, then let me know. And if you have a question specifically in regards to a client that you have and you're not quite sure, or a um, professional related question, then go ahead and put it in the chats as well. Okay, I will be talking about later the like it's like between 5 to 6 stages of skin aging and how you can look in the mirror, and there's different signs that you can see with your skin on where you are in the different stages of your skin, and what types of products you should concentrate on, and what types of steps in the skincare protocol that you should be concentrating on. So, first of all, is there anyone there who regularly watches me, or are all of you guys new? Allie, okay, so Allie, you've watched me before. Yes, I'm doing okay. I felt like I should just do just a little short Q&A because the video didn't go up because we had to put our dog down, and it was really, really hard. So you're not new, KLC Bulldog. Okay, I don't remember. Oh, so you must have a dog too. So so you guys know how hard it was, and it wasn't even, we had to actually move up the appointment, so he lost control of all of his faculties um, twice. So I mean, and he was in so much pain. So, anyway, Angela says she can relate. So I'm just having a hard time. So I thought I would come on here, and you know what I did? I had a retreat that I went to last week. So I had conversations this week, and then this happened. So and I had um oh, Drew, thank you so much. Feel free, at least he's no longer paying. I know. Gosh, you guys. Do you guys think that people who watch us internationally think that we're absolutely crazy that we do so much for our pets? Because in a lot of different countries, they kick dogs. I mean, dogs and cats, and they don't treat them anywhere near as. Oh, how cute! Likely stories. Thank you so much. Um, so yeah, I just think some people that are not from the Western world think that we are absolutely crazy on how well we treat our pets. So oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I know. Really dry scalp here. It's not dandruff. Okay, so first of all, if you have really dry scalp, I want to know, Kelly, if you color your hair or you do a chemical treatment on your hair, or it could be seborrheic dermatitis. So when you say dry scalp and it's not dandruff, you mean like you feel it and it's dry? Because if you're regularly doing a chemical treatment on your hair, no, so no, you don't color your hair. I have to know that. Or no, you don't do any regular treatments on your scalp. Really greasy scalp. Okay, white flakes. Okay, so a lot of times okay, so no color. Okay, white flakes. Okay, so are they bigger flakes or like small little like dandruff? White flakes, no color. Because if it's really big, it may mean that you may need to just exfoliate your scalp more. Have you tried massaging your scalp beforehand and then brushing it, and then your shampoo? If your shampoo is drying, small to medium. Oh, that's kind of large. Okay, so check your shampoo to see if it has any type of sulfates in it, because typically sulfates will strip your oil from your skin, and then your skin starts to flake. So it could be that. Have you checked to see if it is seborrheic dermatitis? Because that's actually quite common. Um, let's see. What do you think about washing the face with baking soda? Okay, what? Okay, so baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, is alkaline. So typically, when you use that, it makes your skin feel really soft and smooth, but it's actually alkaline. So our skin natural acid mantle is anywhere between 4.5 and 5.5. That's the common range. It doesn't mean every single person is in that range, but that's what is common. So when you typically use those alkaline products, is there baking soda in some products? Yes. But usually they will try to balance it out with other ingredients in there so it's not so alkaline. So, in short, no, you should not wash your face with baking soda. Your cleanser should be actually slightly acidic, too acidic, depending on what type of issue that you're trying to address with your skin. Um, Hi. How do you treat dehydrated acne prone skin? Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to ask is that are you using products that help control acne? For example, if you're using an acne control cleanser, a matte moisturizer, are you using any products that have glycolic acid or salicylic acid in that? Because what it is usually if you have acne prone skin, you're naturally going to produce lots of oil, right? And then you're putting superficially on your skin topical ointments to help control the acne. So then you're like going back and forth between really oily and then super dry skin. So what you have to do, and I would have to see your skin, but typically If you're using a lot of products that you leave on your skin to dry out your skin that have acids, then I would start off by using a balancing gel-based cleanser first. Okay, instead of using acne control spot, because then you're drying your skin out, and then what happens is your skin will produce actually more oil to help um, slow down water loss for your skin. Okay. Not as itchy. I only wash 2 times a week now and just started using dry shampoo. Okay. So the thing with dry shampoo, Kelly, I'd want to look at the ingredients because the dry shampoo typically will have oil absorbers in it, right? Because that's what the dry shampoo typically is that you don't have time to wash your hair, and so you've got oils, and so they will do actual oil absorbers, and then you're not rinsing that off, so that could actually be contributing to it. But I have to see the ingredients list on the shampoo. Okay. Okay, let's see. Anyone on Instagram have any? Oh, thank you. Okay, so anyone have a question on Instagram as well? Because I'm getting a lot over here. Um, let's see. If it's the male facial hair, may be a stupid question, but do skincare penetrate through hair on the face? Every time I use a facial lotion right now, I always wonder. Okay, when you say penetrate through the hair on the face, like, do you have a beard, Drew? If you have a beard, some of it will actually stick onto the hair. It's not going to penetrate through the hair, but it's going to sit on top of the hair. It depends on how thick your beard is too. Okay. Hi, you guys. We're doing live skincare. So just let me know if you guys have any skincare questions. And if you guys have never watched me, I've actually done over 26,000 treatments over 13 years. So if it's getting to the skin as well compared to the other places on my face that don't have facial hair. Well, I mean, obviously more the places that you have facial hair is not going to get to the skin as much as if you have facial hair. I mean, you're welcome, Allie. Okay, how do I get rid of milia that's on my lash line? The pasty wash won't work. Can I pop it with a pin? Okay, so if you have milia on your lash line, okay, if you guys don't know what that is, that's usually a really hard white, like ball almost, that is very common around the eyes as well as the lash line. So that's basically a clogged pore that has a hardened sebum as well as keratinized skin. You that would be kind of dangerous to do, putting a needle right there, depending. Um, but you know what I would try to do is I would wash your, what I would do is I would wash my hands, make sure that underneath the nail is clean, take an alcohol, wipe my nail down, and then try to, depending on where it is, I would try to actually get it with a nail. I mean, that might hurt, but it's a whole lot safer than a needle. And I would actually wipe it down with alcohol afterwards too. And if you keep getting it, then that means you're probably one, using a product that clogs the pores around there, like a cream or eye cream. And I would opt to use an eye gel, um, as well as avoiding any eye makeup remover that has oils in it. I would use something that's non-oil for sure. And I would actually make sure that I could exfoliate kind of around that eye area right there. I only use azelaic acid on occasional spots. Okay, so only azelaic. Okay, so then if it's dehydrated, I would also want to know, Carolyn, how old you are, because if you're having midlife like acne versus if you're younger, that also has a lot to do with it. Because when you get older, and I'm going to be doing a video on that, if you get older, your sebum production typically gets less. But for some other people, they never had acne and then they get acne when they get older. So I'd have to know that. Um, yeah, a beard. Oh, okay. So if you have, yeah, you know what? I mean, it's, if you have a full beard, it is very difficult. I mean, you're putting most of it on the hair, and your hair does absorb a lot of the liquids and the oils. Um, a request to be in your life. So what that means is, um, you so when you're trying to do a massage on someone who's hairy, you're going to put a lot more oil on them, and that oil is going to be absorbed into the hair, right? I mean, that's why, we have a lot more oil on our scalp, because it's meant to get onto the hair so the hair is not so frizzy, okay, and it doesn't break. So yes, like, will it work as well compared to a clean shaven face? No. So a clean shaven face will always get the skin will actually get more on there. Okay. Okay. So Romy Hudson sent a request to be in my live video. Okay, I don't know who you are, Romy. Okay, let me see. Joy. Okay, just joining. Thanks a lot for this. So you're welcome. I'm 34 and my acne isn't inflamed. So is it skin colored bumps? Because if it's skin colored bumps and not red bumps, then skin colored bumps are congestion. That's clogged pores. When it's red, that's when you know it's bacteria. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Let me try this. Let's see if it works. I don't really know Instagram. A lot of my assistants do a lot of my Instagram stuff. Okay. How do I get rid of facial hair? It's so much, but I think a cream caused it. Cream caused a lot of facial hair? I'm a little bit what does that mean? Get rid of facial hair. How do I get rid of facial hair? It ain't so much, but I think a cream caused it. I don't really think cream causes it unless it's like a hormonal type of cream. Um, okay, so the thing with facial hair is, you can laser it off, you can wax it off, and you can shave it off. There's downsides and upsides to both, right? So waxing the hair on there can cause some bumps and breakouts for some people. And then if you do it and you don't put enough sun protection over time, you start to get the darkening shades on your actual face. Um, and if you do laser, the type of laser is, I hesitate with laser because you don't know how your skin is going to respond from that laser. The best combination for the laser to be able to be picked up from the hair is fair skin and dark hair, right? There has to be that contrast. And then shaving it. And then, as other people know with shaving, sometimes people will notice that the hair can grow in darker and thicker, and you don't want that. Okay. Okay. Beauty Her Way joined. Okay. Little Blowfish joined. Okay. So, did that kind of answer your question with that? I actually liked it that Drew. I like that. That's actually a really good question. So one of the positive things of having a beard for men is that because your skin is protected from the elements and from skin, typically when a man has a beard for a long period of time and then they shave it, the good side is it kind of is as a protectant from the sun. So their skin is a little bit softer and not as aged as somebody who has shaved every single day. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. My husband likes to run the dehumidifier in our house, and we also sleep with air conditioning on in our room at night. I'm worried what this will do for my skin. Any tips, please? Okay, so is it because you're living in a place that's like super humid? Because when you dry out, here's a good clue, Hannah. If you wake up and you're super thirsty, that means your skin is even more dry. And what that can do over time is it ages your skin. Okay. Um, so, first, before I give you any tips, Hannah, I need to know if you live in a very humid place. I mean, is there a reason why you guys are using a dehumidifier? Most people, especially in the wintertime, will use a humidifier. Okay. They are skin color, but sometimes it turns red, but it doesn't get big like a typical pimple. Okay. So, Carolyn, I can't I have no idea what your skin looks like, but really, um, it sounds like you need a good exfoliant, not a leave-on exfoliant, but an exfoliant that you can use to rinse off, okay, that has a good combination. I would recommend glycolic acid, lactic acid, and salicylic acid together, an exfoliant that has that so you can scrub that and use that like at night several times a week, and that will help. And then the ones that are like red and have pus on them and they're kind of painful, put like a spot treatment on those particular acne lesions, not all over. Okay. Okay. Um, go crazy, go stupid. Hello, Chinese woman. Please don't eat my dog. First of all, I'm not Chinese. And I just had my dog just passed away, so I really don't appreciate that. Um, so I'm probably going to, I mean, I don't know why you would even say that because, let's see. What do you think about putting licorice root extract to get rid of dark spots in my hydrating gel treatment I buy from your store? Okay, so when you're going to put something on your dark spots, you have to, depending on what it is, but if it's a serum, you're going to actually put it directly on your dark spots. Okay. Then let it completely dry before putting the hydra. Not putting it in your hydrating gel treatment. It's actually going to be, it's going to dilute it. Okay. Okay. This person here, we're going to block this person here. Report. Because I'm not. Okay. Let me see. Hi, your product suggestion. Oh, whoops, what happened here? Yikes. Okay, hold on here. What's better? Use all the same brand. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, I'm going to answer one of these here. What's better? Use all same brand skincare or different best ingredients brand? That's actually a really good that's a good question. So, ideally, when chemists, cosmetic chemists are creating a skincare line, they make it pH compatible. So ideally that you're using one, right after the next one, right? However, reality is most people will use different skincare products with, like a mixture of things. And you have to find, it's not really the brand because sometimes people can't use all of the same brands. They can use a cleanser from this one, they can use exfoliant from this one, or moisture from another one. So you just want to make sure that they're all pH compatible. And there's not really an overall way where a consumer can really find that out. So, and it also depends on not just your individual skin, your pH, but also what you are trying to address. So typically what I don't like to do is like let's just say like an acne person, right? And they have their acne cleanser and then their exfoliant and then their oil control moisturizer and then everything. And so the consumer goes, okay, that's really easy. I'll just buy this set. I don't really like to do that with most of my clients because it's usually too drying, right? You're just layering, 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 layering. And so I usually like to, because there's nuances in skincare. So to answer your question, I typically don't really go for the same brand, but like um, what their skin needs. I don't know how to explain that. So just because it's the same brand, it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So for some people, it does. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Um. Oh, thanks. I used to work. So a long time ago, I used to work with a lot of men. It's really thick skin. Yeah, I know. Go away. Okay. Let me see. I like Eminence Licorice Root Serum. I also have melasma. Melasma is really difficult, as you guys, and I have some clients that, because of YouTube, I'm getting some really hardcore melasma cases. And a couple of them that actually have gone through the whole thing now have really amazing results, but they won't let me, you, even if I tell them I'm going to like cover their face, I'm going to cover their eyes. It just, you're welcome, Romy. That was a good question. Um, I want to put them up, but they're just too embarrassed. And I did ask one of my clients who happens to be Indian, why is it that a lot of my clients who are from India don't want to show it? And she said culturally, it's like really embarrassing, which is unfortunate for you guys because you guys don't get to see like the success of that and to give hope to people who've lost all hope. So it's really too bad. Um, okay, I have lots of ingrown hair and pustules on my beard area that don't improve with neither BHA or benzoyl peroxide. Tretinoin for a year didn't work. What can I do? Ingrown pustules. Okay, so here's the thing with ingrown pustules. I had a lot of experience with this as far as because my clients who wax. So let me just explain this. So let's say this is your hair, right? And this is the skin. And underneath your skin down here, you have a sebaceous gland and a sweat gland. They're two different glands. One obviously sweat and the other one is oil. So what happens is it works its way up the hair shaft and spreads evenly onto the skin. Okay. So when you wax or hair is growing, a hair is growing in, the hair is pulled out, right? So the hair follicle is now empty, but you still continue to produce oil, right? And so normally it works its way up the hair shaft, but because that hair is not there, whether it's pulled out or it's just empty, and you're not exfoliating, what happens is you continue to desquamate, and then the skin cells settle on top of the skin, and then the oil gets trapped. And if bacteria happens to be in there, then it starts to form, it gets red and it starts to form pustules, right? So um, if you have a lot of ingrown hair, pustules on your beard area, okay, that is really difficult because of the beard. That's part of the reason is, so what you have to do, Philip, is first of all, uh, I want to know what kind of cleanser you're using, because here is a case where I would like for him to use a more acidic cleanser. Okay. Because he already has that barrier of a beard on his face that kind of protects his skin from directly like acid. So you want to use an acidic cleanser on there, okay? So that your skin's pH before applying anything else on there is, so on my website, it's sold out right now, but it is coming in, it's called Restore. You can look it up, Restore Cleanser. It's a post-waxing cleanser. That works really well for my clients who always had ingrown hairs. You would use that first. The days that you have even more pustules after using that, I would have them use the Clear Cell Cleanser. Okay. And they love it because, and you're not doing it because you have a beard, but I have a lot of my clients who shave that get the pustules and stuff to shave with that. But given that you have a beard and you're not going to shave, you would use that next. Okay. You need either BHA or benzoyl peroxide. Okay. So tretinoin isn't really going to work for the pustules. That just helps exfoliate the skin. It doesn't really kill the acne causing bacteria that causes the pus. So you need to put, I would probably use a leave on gel that has salicylic acid on there. That's probably what I would use, but I have to like look at your face, but at least your cleanser because, and are you using beard oil? That is going to help. You don't really need beard oil unless your beard is longer, because basically what it is as your beard gets longer, and I know women, you're like, what is going on here? When your beard gets longer, the beard hair down here is further away from the oils. So the beard oil is to put that, to smooth it out. But when your beard sits on your face, you don't need beard oil. And men, you guys produce, because of androgen testosterone, you guys produce a lot more oil. The oil is a lot thicker and it has a higher amount of fatty acids in the oil that the acne likes. And that is why typically when men get acne, it's worse than women, generally speaking. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Yeah. It is coming in the container, the pump and the container were trapped in a cargo ship at Long Beach for a really long time, and they just emailed me and said we got your stuff filled and it's on the way. Okay. Okay. Very sponge. How cute. Okay. Let's see what else. um do you think SkinCeuticals is worth the price tag? Estheticians always try to sell me that, but it's so expensive. That depends. There are some of the products that are actually good, and other ones that I probably would skip over. And it also depends on the skin condition of the person and what they can tolerate and what other products that they are using. In my opinion, in my experience working with that, I probably would skip over their cleanser that they have. um, I think more of their serums would probably work better, if that makes any sense. Let me see. Lupita, I'm using tretinoin 0.05% at night and hydroquinone 4% in the AM, followed with vitamin E cream, moisturizer, and sunscreen. I developed dark spots. Okay, so were you prescribed tretinoin and hydroquinone because of your dark spots, or you developed them after you started to? I'm not really sure what and the only reason why I ask is because you put I developed dark spots after you told me you were using it. So were you prescribed that because of the dark spots? Um, oh, you're welcome for the reply. Okay, yeah. So that and that's why. And when I do videos for SkinCeuticals, it's because there's quite a few people who do videos on them. Not all of them, but some of them who tell people how to use it incorrectly. And actually, there was one particular video that I saw where she said you can use it with microneedling, and no, you can't. You have to wait a while. I mean, that's L-ascorbic acid. So that was wrong. Okay. So that's what I mean. So when I do the video, it's to let you know this is how you can use it and all of that. So you're welcome. Oh, because of my dark spots. So I did get dark spots after using. Okay, so you were using it because of the dark spots, and then you also got dark spots after using the tretinoin and hydroquinone. Okay, because I need that clarification for that. And I also kind of looking at your thumbnail. Kind of looking at your thumbnail. Yes. Oh, okay, both. Okay. I can't really tell, but your thumbnail, it looks like you have darker skin. And so I probably, with darker skin, okay, this is my experience. This doesn't mean everybody. My experience is the people who do better with tretinoin are people who have fair skin. Fitzpatrick 2. Some ones can use it, but the darker the skin, and then if you are in an area that's warm and oh yeah, no, my stream didn't just start. Camille, Camille. Um, so I probably wouldn't have put you on tretinoin personally, because what happens is if you are in a place that's warm and has lots of sun and you have dark skin, I'm not going to put you on that. I've seen I've just treated too many people. Not sure if it's because it's too strong and causing irritation. It could be. One way to tell is a lot of people who have darker skin that use tretinoin or retin-A around the eye area right here for fine lines and wrinkles. A lot of times that's where they get that hyperpigmentation, is right here, and sometimes even right here. So when I see a client who's got dark skin and they've got this kind of like weird patching like right here, I always ask them, have you used retin-A or tretinoin in the past and in those areas? Because that's where they will start forming that hyperpigmentation. Do you have a recommendation for the facial scrub? Yes. So Carolyn, do you have sensitive skin? I need to know if you have sensitive skin. My skin is like yours, and I am in SD. Okay, so San Diego or South Dakota? What's SD? Yes, you have fair skin. You have sensitive skin. I'm not really sure. And Carolyn, is your skin lighter than mine or darker than mine or about the same? I would want to know that. Okay. 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 So I'm not getting any questions from Instagram here. Do you guys have any questions? It says that my stream just started, but it looks like I'm in mid-conversation. Okay. Yes, sensitive. Oh, San Diego. I used to live there. I just moved. Yes, sensitive and lighter. Okay. So, Carolyn, I also need to know what your cleanser is. What kind of cleanser that you're using. And I'll tell you why in just a second. And have you had any experience using exfoliants before? Like, what were you using before? I don't mean the azelaic acid, but I mean like a designated exfoliating product. Okay. Are you using the products? Okay. La Roche-Posay. Okay. What's the full name of it, of the exfoliating product that you're using? Am I using the products correctly? Well, how are you using it? Like, tell me the order. After you cleanse, then what do you do? Like, are you using any other serums? Are you exfoliating? Like, I just need to know that. So as you guys can kind of see, when um when someone just asked me, is this what's the best product for, wrinkles? What's the best product for lighting skin or something? It's not that easy. You have to understand the person's skin, what their skin history is, how much invasive procedures they've done, what other products that they're using. And the thing that is really frustrating for someone like me is when by the time someone comes and sees me, they've gone to, like, who knows how many dermatologists, how many other professionals, and when they went to go see them, they said, here's retin-A, here's hydroquinone. Don't ask any questions, and then their skin ends up not responding well, and then they go see someone else and it's the same answer over and over. And if they just took the time to ask lots of questions, they would know that this person is not an ideal candidate for this prescription. Does that make sense? Because I have a couple of consultations I did actually this week where they were automatically told to use to go in. Okay, so I hope she doesn't mind. But she did a couple that what is that called? Cool and brilliant or whatever cold clear and brilliant one. And she already had melasma. She had been using tretinoin. Like it says on the form, if you're using this, to not do this treatment. But because she trusted, she's like, they were a doctor, so I just followed. It's like, no, it's our responsibility to ask these questions because people don't know how important that is. Okay. Okay. Purifying foaming cleanser. You don't use any exfoliating products. Okay. Okay. First of all, Carolyn, that cleanser that you're using is too drying. So you need to use one that's more of a balancing cleanser and then use an exfoliant on top. Because if I just tell you to just use an exfoliant, then it's not going to work for you. Okay. You would probably do well with a balancing cleanser. Here, let me put this in here. You're going to have to get more specific directions from me, but these are the two that I recommend and then how to use it. Okay. Because there's a specific way that you're going to use it and you can't do it. Oops. You can't do it with every single one of these products. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to say at Carolyn. I don't even know how this works. When people put at Go See Christy, I never get the notification. It's weird. Maybe it's because I turned it off. Okay, okay. Okay, that's the cleanser. Okay. And then here's the exfoliant. But you're going to use it a certain way because it sounds like you can't use it. Hold on here. You can't use it in the way that is for your skin. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let me see. After cleaning, tretinoin 0.5% at night, hydroquinone 4% in the AM, followed by vitamin E cream moisturizer. And okay, so you need to find a sunscreen if your skin is dry that is an already moisturizer and sunscreen, because what you may be doing is diluting the sun protection factor of the sunscreen by adding the vitamin E moisturizer. You're probably going to just find a moisturizer that is I gotta look over here. I'm sorry, you guys, I don't mean to ignore you guys, but you're diluting the sun protection factor of the sunscreen. So you may just want to find a moisturizing sunscreen if your skin is too dry. Okay. Also, if you're using tretinoin, I highly recommend that you find a sunscreen that is a mineral base, so zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, and not one that has like avobenzone, oxybenzone, none of these chemical ones. They can tend to inflame the skin at a deeper level. And so when the sun hits, so the combination of the tretinoin, the hydroquinone that's in your skin, the chemicals in the sunscreen, and then the UV rays, that can cause inflammation too and melasma. So with my melasma clients, I don't ever have them using chemical sunscreens, even though they like the chemical sunscreens because it absorbs into the skin and they have darker skin, so they don't get that white cast over their skin. But that could be why. There's several factors on why you're getting that. Should I use tretinoin less and hydroquinone daily? I probably would until it's winter time. Yes. What's the best combination of ingredients for melasma on the cheeks? I can pretty much tolerate anything, but it's not improving in spite of extreme sun protection and sun avoidance. Okay, so when men typically get melasma, and I don't know if this is you, Philip, is the most common thing is that men shave, and then, and this may not be you, but a long time ago, men would shave and they wouldn't put any sunscreen, and then on top of that, they would put aftershave, which has alcohol and fragrance, and then go outside. So if you have melasma on your cheeks, for the most part, for men, the melasma is not hormonal. For women, that's the most common thing, is usually there is hormones play a role in it. So so when you have melasma, you have to do a layering effect. Now, when I said with acne, you really shouldn't layer a lot, that's because it dries out your skin. With melasma, you have to remember the melasma is coming from the lower layers of the skin, right? So just by if any of you guys are thinking, if I just use this one product, one lightening serum, one lightening cream for melasma, it'll go away. No, it's more difficult than that. You have to use several layers, because every layer that the ingredient gets absorbed into, and I'm just talking about the top layers, there's less of the active lightening ingredients that goes into the next layer, which is why you have to use several. All my clients know that I have them on several different products. So, first of all, I can't remember, Philip. Okay, do you have a beard too? I can't remember. I know Drew did, but I can't remember. If you are, I need to know if you're shaving first. That's my question. Your skin is so nice. I hope mine can look that good. Well, mine is like old skin, mature skin. So thank you. I thank you for the compliment. I'm going to be talking about more, because I don't see it enough. Well, not that I'm really watching a lot of YouTube with this, but I don't see a lot of it. And I'm going to share with you some of the assessments that I do when I do my consultation. Nice person for you. Is urea good enough as a replacement for hyaluronic acid in skincare? So for those of you who don't know, urea is also a humectant, and basically humectants, just like hyaluronic acid. Okay. Okay. So just okay. They all bring moisture to the skin, right? That's what a humectant is. So it depends. Some people have said urea breaks me out, hyaluronic acid breaks me out, glycerin breaks me out. So they all serve the same purpose. It just depends. You have to try it. So, but yeah, I mean, hyaluronic acid, the difference between urea and hyaluronic acid is hyaluronic acid can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water. And that's why that one stands out. But it doesn't mean that urea can't work for you. And a lot of times moisturizers have different combinations of humectants. Okay. Beard area, more on the cheekbones, under the eyes. I avoid fragrances and problematic botanicals. I have a beard because shaving daily is too irritating. Yeah, so for men, what I recommend my men is that if they do have to shave, to try not to do it if they can get away with it, not doing it every day. So that's one. That's why women too, who shave like underneath their arms or in the bikini area, to not do it every day, because over time that's called post-inflammatory pigmentation. And I also tell them to do it at night. Shave at night. And then use calming, soothing ingredients on their face. And then so that way they're not, and then you don't need to use a lot of acids or exfoliants after you've shaved. That's another problem I'm seeing a lot of. So shave usually at night, especially if you have to go outside the next day. Okay, let's see. How do I view request? Okay, so I'm trying to go live. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. What moisturizer should be using in the morning after hydroquinone? Oh, did that work? I don't even know. Kind of loud, huh? Someone is okay. Okay, let's see. What moisturizer should be used in the morning after hydroquinone? Okay, I would use I don't know what your skin type is if it's breakout prone, but if you're using hydroquinone, I would probably use, which I do. I have hyperpigmentation. I use the Lyra hydrating. For people who are tend to be oily, it's a little bit too much. But to use an oil free, it's 21% zinc oxide. It has tyrosinase inhibitors in there in sunscreen. Um, but if your skin is dry, I probably would use the hydrating one, okay, in the morning. So it's all one moisturizer, okay? Okay, I can hear you guys. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Oops. Hey there. Oops. Okay. Mhm. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got another kook on here. Okay. Okay. Urea does not sound as sexy as hyaluronic acid does. I tried it. I feel satisfied. Okay. Um, says I avoid fragrances and problematic botanicals. I have a beard because shaving daily is too irritating. And for your sunscreen fill up, I probably um oops. Okay. I would probably use a sunscreen too that's all like a physical sunscreen versus a chemical sunscreen, especially when you are shaving. Okay. Because it's not like you're shaving once and then that's it. You're shaving like on a fairly regular basis. And zinc oxide naturally is anti-inflammatory. Okay. Okay. Um, okay, I guess they're just loading right there. Okay. Made my elbows and knees much softer. Okay. Is that Lyra with SPF? Solar Shield? Yes, 30. It has 30. Now, this is if you have really dry skin, because some people have said that it's like too hydrating, especially people who have like oily skin. Like, I would not recommend that for oily skin. Okay. Does lactic acid stimulate ceramide production as good as niacinamide does? Well, okay, so lactic acid is an AHA, and it's actually a larger molecule, so it doesn't penetrate the skin as quickly as glycolic acid. Um, does it stimulate ceramide production as good as niacinamide does? I don't think so. I think niacinamide does a better job. Although, so lactic, okay, ceramides, right? That's like the cholesterol type of thing that holds the skin cells together. Lactic acid is hydrating. It brings water or moisture to the skin. So we're talking about two different things. Okay, one brings um, one is like water, and the other one is oil. Okay, I have dry skin, especially after tretinoin and hydroquinone. Okay, so probably. And again, Lupita, it's hard because I cannot see your skin, but if your skin is really dehydrated, you're probably lacking both water and oil. So I probably would use the brightening biopeptide toner that's on my website. It has 7 different lighteners in it, nothing that's bleaching like hydroquinone in there. And so it also kind of helps increase the efficacy of other lightening products that you're using. And then after that, I would put the Lyra sunscreen on there. That's what I would recommend. But that's completely based on what you told me, not looking at your skin. Okay. Bye. Okay. Going into fall, thinking of winter to come, how can we prep all skin types? Okay. That's this question. Are you a professional, Romy? Tell me if you're a professional, because I like prep all skin types for what? For acid peels? Like, what are you prepping for? Okay, because in the professional world, as anyone who's watching who's professional, prepping means a step that you do before an actual invade. Like you prep the skin before an acid peel, or prep the skin before microdermabrasions. Or do you mean prep it like, like a skincare protocol? That's what I would want to know. Okay. Okay. How long should hydroquinone be used? My dermatologist has me on 4%. Okay. So typically you need to go on it for a couple of months and then stop for a couple of months and go back on for a couple of months. Because, well, you can read the studies and stuff. It does have some carcinogenic links to it, which they don't, they want to give your liver a break. So I would only use it probably the maximum of 4 months at a time, and then take a break in between. Okay. Okay. So Lupita, you are welcome. Okay. Oh, do you use red LED? If so, which one do you recommend? Please. Have I talked to you before? You sound so familiar. Do I use red LED? I personally do not use any red or any light therapy personally. So I don't know which one to recommend. However, if you're looking for an LED mask, like I mentioned in another one of my videos, I will opt for, how a lot of them have the mask one. Try to find one that's handheld. You can control it. And, so let's say you're using tretinoin around the eyes, right? Well, you want to avoid that area. Okay. Or, you only want it for like age spots or like fine lines and wrinkles. You can control where the light goes versus your whole face. So that's what I would look for. Okay. And another thing I would look for is not just the reviews. I would look for a company that makes this, that also makes it for professionals. Okay. Because then they make really good quality products. Okay. I struggle with physical sunscreens. I know they get too chalky on you, but I will try to find one I can come to. I'm using a chemical one from Japan now. Yeah, the chemical ones really are. I don't recommend them if you have melasma. Another trick that you can do, Philip, is have your skin slightly moist before applying the physical sunscreen, so it's not so chalky. You can kind of blend it in together. That's probably that's what I say in my class. Okay, so tretinoin ain't favorable to darker skin. What is a better replacement? You mean for the treatment of hyperpigmentation? Right? I'm assuming, or are you saying for the treatment of like fine lines and wrinkles? I need clarification on that one. I have a handheld light stim, but it takes too long. The light stim is actually, yeah, that's a good one, but it takes too long. Well, you might find one. You know what? That is a good question. I just don't like the ones that are, like this kind, right? Because you really can't control how much you get. Because obviously, like for example, your cheek area can tolerate longer periods versus your eye area. So that's why I like the hand one. And the downside with light, well, like with anything else, is that it takes a lot of time, and once you stop using it, then your skin eventually goes back to it. So that's why I don't really prefer the light ones. But if you have you found really good for the time that you're putting into it, Elise? Are you getting the results that you wanted? That would be my question. Is using tretinoin good enough to maintain exfoliating process without using chemical exfoliant? Okay, so, oh, okay. Um, Good enough to maintain exfoliating process without using the chemical exfoliant. Well, you are using a chemical exfoliant. So in the skincare industry, when you say chemical exfoliant, that just means it exfoliates without you manually having to scrub it, right? So chemical exfoliant is basically using any type of acids where you're not, the product that you're using is keratolytic and you're not having to actually scrub. Okay. So using tretinoin is a form of chemical exfoliation. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Light stim is very good, but if you do the whole face and neck, it takes about an hour. I love the results. Yeah, most things can take a little while longer in order to see visible results if you're doing the whole face. So, yeah, that's the only issue with that. That's the downside with that. I mean, I know I can't offer any better answer, but um I mean, there are some that take a little bit shorter than that, but give or take, right? Can I do microcurrent myolift while on a hydroquinone? No. You actually, if you're using the right products in concurrency with the myolift, you don't need hydroquinone. So that's how I manage my hyperpigmentation is I don't use hydroquinone. Um, do you have any insight on human-derived growth factors in skincare and the BBL Forever Young laser for anti-aging? Do I have any insight on human-derived growth factors in skincare? Um, do you mean like stem cells? Is that what you mean? Um, and the young laser. Okay. I don't recommend any type of laser if you have hyperpigmentation, one. So if you have hyperpigmentation, which you said you did, melasma, I probably would not recommend laser. I know that they have lasers for all types of to treat hyperpigmentation, but it usually ends up coming back and it's even more stubborn, is what I have found, because those clients then come to me and say, I got this laser, that laser, this laser, and it got worse over the years. And so they'll show me a picture of their hyperpigmentation before they went in for laser, right? And then they'll show me their current picture after doing the laser and after a number of years have gone by. And it's always significantly darker. And in one lady, I wanted to use her, and she's too embarrassed. But she's got these dark melasma across her forehead where you see the laser was done. So I'm not a big fan. I have seen when you have fair skin, like really fair skin, and you can't really tan, and then you've got those age spots that are kind of like a reddish yellow pigment, that works better. That seems to work better, but not for dark skin. Um, Okay. Yes, stem cell products. Okay, so this is a very tricky question, Philip, because it depends on the product. It depends on the product and what other. Okay, so I don't really want to say the name of this one. So there's one that they use human growth factors, but they also pair it with known antioxidants that change the surface of the skin, right? Like niacinamide and vitamin C. So you don't really know if it's just the stem cells or it's because it's being used with those other antioxidants. So I hesitate. And some of the studies I've read, the tests are done in vivo, which means it's done in a test tube or in a petri dish, um, not on human skin. Now, are there ones that have done in human skin? Probably, but I haven't read enough of those things. So I think it just depends. But I can't give you a what do you call it? Like a answer that covers all of those. And the cost. A lot of them cost a lot of money, and the amount that they charge for the products and the results are so varied. I probably would, in my opinion, I probably would hold off until there's more research that's done and better results. Okay. Um, yeah. And IPL, well, I'm not even going to get into that. Wait before using microcurrent after getting off the hydroquinone. Well, the longer you've used the hydroquinone, the longer you need to stay off it before you can use the hydroquinone. And if you're using hydroquinone, wait, did you already say, Ali? I can't remember. I can't remember if that was you. Where it's hydroquinone and is it mixed with is it like triluma or is it like mixed with um tretinoin or retin-A or something like that? Because if it is, I would wait. Okay, because what microcurrent does is it doesn't use heat. It actually uses electrical microcurrents to create a chemical reaction in the skin. So whatever is already in your skin, it's going to 10x it, if that makes any sense. Okay, so that's why you have to wait a little bit. How long? Well, did it have tretinoin in it? Because if it had tretinoin in it as well, or you were using tretinoin, you have to wait longer. I would probably, to be safe, the longer that you've used it, I would probably wait 6 to 9 months just to be sure. No, not 6 to 9 months, or no, it doesn't have any tretinoin. Yeah. So for those of you who have like fair skin, and you can't really tan, you probably have the red yellow pigment. So laser typically works, in my experience, in all the people that I have treated, I've seen better results with them versus the darker skin people. And one question that you can ask yourself is how easy is it for you to tan without sunscreen? Like how long does it take you to burn? And then when you're out in the sun, then you come back in and it turns brown or it gets darker and darker. I probably would be a little bit more cautious about doing laser. Okay. Oh, who was the one that was, maybe it was Instagram. Somebody was asking about olive oil and something about Jennifer Lopez or something. Okay. Um, I don't really keep up on like movie stars and stuff, but I found it very difficult to believe. Okay, just by looking at her skin, like the pictures that I've seen, it's not just olive oil. There's no way because at her age, if she's not exfoliating, her skin would be duller just by putting wax after waxy substance of the olive oil. So that's not exactly true. Um, and the pictures that you showed me or that you linked to, I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's kind of obvious she's had work done because as we get older, our skin loses less volume. The gravity of our skin pulls it down, right? And so it's not as firm, usually around here, you can see, and that's why they always like lift up, right? So um I mean, I don't know what she said. I'm just going off what somebody had asked me. That's not true. You can't look like that with just olive oil. I hope I answered the question, but I mean that was kind of obvious to me. She's had work done. So, and she's had professional skincare. She has a facialist, okay? We all the professionals know when somebody has who's getting like facials and stuff. So give me a break. No tretinoin in with hydroquinone. Okay, so if you're not using any tretinoin, you haven't used it, I would say in the past like 6 to 9 months, then I would just wait maybe a month or two, and then you should be okay. And then I don't know what your skin looks like, but just remember when you're using microcurrent, you don't want to use any acids at least 24 hours prior to using the microcurrent. Um, and it's also important what you use afterwards too. Okay. Is tretinoin safe to use indefinitely? Um, for some people, maybe. I don't see why not for some people. I definitely, um, I can't use tretinoin. I can't use retinol. I can't use any of that. So, um, I'm sure some people have used it for a really, really long time. I would say it like indefinitely. I don't know about people who are in really sunny areas. I probably would, as the skin gets thinner and thinner and thinner on its own anyway, probably would avoid it. Okay. JLo had other procedures. I saw a picture of before she got the work done. Yeah, see, I don't know. Um, I just someone sent me a picture, a screenshot of a picture of her and said something like she only uses olive oil. Is that true? So I don't have much to go on, but the picture that I saw, I thought, okay, she's younger than I am, and I'm like, okay, that no. She has had professional work done. There's just no way. And unless the picture was like manipulated or something. I mean, I don't know. But the texture of that skin, okay? That texture of that skin, like I will know when a client comes in and I ask them, "Did you exfoliate in the last month?" And they say yes. I can feel their skin and the look of their skin, and I'll be like, "No, you didn't." So there's certain things that we know because we're touching skin all the time, right? And we do like the dehydration test. So yeah, I don't know. Was she saying that she was just using olive oil? I mean, I don't know. Where did the olive oil come from? Okay, I'm using tretinoin. I mean, hydroquinone 4% to protect the skin from dark circles. Is that bad? It's not bad, but Lupita, given that you're probably going to, I don't know how old you are, but over time, you are probably going to see, not that you will, but you're probably going to see a little bit more of those age spots. Being in San Diego. I mean, it's like perfect weather there most of the time, even in January and February, right? It's just beautiful there. There's not those dark winters that can give you a break from the UV rays. So I probably use less of it. And again, not seeing your skin. What product is best after microcurrent? Um, anything that's going to hydrate your skin, I would use. And if you have hyperpigmentation like I do, then I use the lightening and brightening stuff because remember, it creates that chemical reaction in your skin. Okay. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a free giveaway, but you guys have, whoever wins this has to pay for shipping because my shipping costs have gotten so high that I'm eating a lot to keep costs low. I'm actually eating their increase that they just did. So I think it's fair that I'm going to do some that are they're not cheap products, and all you have to do is pay for the shipping at cost. Are you guys okay with that? Okay, give me a like. Let me know. Is that okay? I have 7 likes, and I've like gone into like detail with the things. So you guys give me a like and let me know. I mean, are you guys learning a lot here? Okay, I got 1 like, 1 additional like. Come on, you guys. Yes, thank you for the likes. I need those likes on here because I mean, I can't see you guys. I can't see your face. I don't, I like, am I helping you guys? So please give me a like and let me know. Let's see. Are these microcurrent devices actually helpful? Yes, a lot of my clients, thank you for the link. A lot of my clients like the microcurrent. They see a big difference. And Philip, if you have not seen, if you go onto my channel and you look at the melasma before and after, of them using the microcurrent, you will see a difference, especially because they did all these procedures and it just got worse. And then you look at their skin. So yes. Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so let me go get the products. Okay. And then let's see who will get them. Okay, one moment. Okay, so I have another one to give away too. It's like a smart, what do you call those things? Those smart watches or whatever. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so since you guys have discoloration and pigment, I'm going to do who has okay, so this one is a SkinCeuticals, guys. See, so I said it was not cheap. So I have a skin, it's not opened. It is a SkinCeuticals Fluoretin CF. So it's a combination of 2% fluoretin, 10% L-ascorbic acid, and 0.5% ferulic acid. Now, this, if you have aging, mature skin that's dry, this is not going to be for you. You're going to stick with the SkinCeuticals CE ferulic. If you've got oily skin or combo oily skin and you've got discoloration or pigmentation, this is for you. Okay? Okay, so let me look. I don't even know how much this costs. So let me look real quick and see how much it is on their website. 10. Yeah. Okay, so it's $166 overall. And then on SkinCeuticals website, let's see how much it is. It's $166. Okay, so it's $166, you guys. So don't you think it's worth it just to pay for shipping, right? I used to do everything free. I can't anymore. They've just raised the prices of all postage. Okay, so Floritin CF. So first of all, everyone who has mature, dry skin, I would not get this, okay? Okay, discoloration. Okay, so first of all, everyone who that is a good fit for you based on what I described, I want you to put in the top in the chat a smiley face so I know who is eligible for this. Okay. Joy, it says for the treatment of fine lines and wrinkles. I don't remember what that was for. Okay, so Allie says pick me. Is she the only one? And then KLC Bulldog. Do you ship to EU as well? What's EU? United Emirates? Or Europe? You mean Europe? I do ship there, but you're gonna have to pay for shipping. What is your opinion on the Osmosis skincare line? It's okay. It's pretty good. It's expensive, and it's natural. It's not bad. Osmosis is actually one of the better ones. No problem with shipping. Okay. Europe. Yeah, Europe. Okay. I do ship to Europe, but it's going to cost a lot, I think. I know it is. Osmosis is expensive. I have found with my very stubborn melasma hyperpigmentation, if you're a professional, Moritz, I'm not sure you are, but osmosis is not quite as effective for really stubborn hyperpigmentation. On like little age spots and stuff, it evens it out, but on the really stubborn ones, not as much. Okay, so we have Philip, right? We have Philip, Elise, Allie, awful melasma, like really bad melasma. I probably would find something else. I have found that the clients don't really respond well to the osmo. I shouldn't say that. Not well, but there's not really for the amount of money it is. So, okay. Okay, so is that it? Joy for the treatment of fine lines and wrinkles, as well as hyperpigmentation. For what? The Floritin CF? Okay. You're welcome. Reiko! Good morning from Japan. Reiko Tachibana. Konnichiwa. Ohayou gozaimasu. Okay, that's it, right? Those three, right? Okay. So I'm going to put a number down between 1 and 20. And I'm going to write it down so you guys know that I'm not switching it on you. Okay, hold on. Okay, between 1 and 20, I want you guys to guess, put the number in here, and then I will show you what the number is. And whoever is the closest wins. Okay? Okay, I wrote my number down. It's right here. Okay, so put your number 8, okay? So 1 through 20. Okay? Oh. Anyone else? Okay, so there's some people in here. I hope you guys remember this is really not for mature dry skin, right? This is for someone who's got combo oily to oily skin. Okay. It's basically the vitamin C or antioxidant for people who've got breakout prone oily skin. Okay, so is that it? Okay, so we have a tie. Okay, so for those of you who just joined and putting your number in, I did say it's free. It's $166 product, but it is not free shipping. I'm no longer doing those anymore. Okay, so you have to pay for the shipping. It's just shipping has gotten too much for me. Okay, so if you're okay with that, okay, so here is the number 16. Oh, it's backwards, huh? It's 16. Okay, so Maritza and Van Cuties and Tangi, right? Um, you guys have to pick another number. I'm going to put another number between 1 and I'll say 1 and 20 again. Okay. Oh, okay. So Maritza has mature and dry. Okay. So who was the other one? Tangi. So Tangi, do you have combination oily skin or oily skin? Okay. So she put a number down. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, you do. Okay. So Tangi, yes, you do. Okay. So do you won the product? Are you interested in it? If you're not, I'm gonna do another drawing for someone who actually wants it. Okay. So Tangi, this is what I want you to do. I want you to DM me on Instagram, and I think I saw you on Instagram. On Instagram, your that you won, your email, and your address. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to email you an invoice for the postage. Okay, because I'm going to put it in a box, and then when I weigh it, it'll automatically tell me what the price is. And then you can pay that. And then once you pay it, then we will ship it out to you. Okay? Okay, let's make sure. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll do other live Q&As. I've got a few more SkinCeuticals and actually some other really good products. Okay, so some really good products with the live Q&A. So I just thought I would do that because this week, obviously, I couldn't do a video. I was just too broken up. So I will do. So here are some videos that are coming up. I'm going to do how I assess what stage of the age of the skin is, and I'm not talking about chronological age. I'm actually talking about the age of the skin, and then what things to focus on when I see these visible signs of aging. So you guys might want to be interested in that because there's a couple of you out there that you guys are doing you're watching too much social media or something. You're doing way too many aggressive things, way too many. So this way you can watch the video, you can look in the mirror and go, okay, I got this. Okay, so I'm only going to concentrate on this. Oh, I don't have any of them. I'm just going to do this. Okay, so cool. Okay, other than that, is there any other last minute questions before I end? And those of you who are just coming in and you didn't give me a thumbs up, please give me a thumbs up. Yes, I'm just trying to get wrinkles on my forehead. I'm 27. You mean, okay, when you say wrinkles, okay. What mascara do I use? I use Blink. Which ingredients is best for skin firming? Okay, here's a big one, guys. Here's another one. The skin firming is only so much, right? if you think there is a cream out there that you can go from like this to like, like this, there's no cream that can do that. Okay. But if you are looking for some superficial firming, CETA, I hope I said it right, you're going to look for peptides that basically are amino acids that they're like delivery systems, and they deliver those active ingredients to where it needs to go. Okay. So that's probably, but if anyone tells you if you use this cream, your face will be like this, it's not true. Okay. I recently tried AJ cream with dried my skin. Okay, so one of the things you need to do, Sita, a lot of people are not doing, is it needs to go on moist skin. If you apply it just on its own, it's actually going to dehydrate your skin even more, because if it's a humectant, it needs those water molecules. So if you don't have that on your skin already, it's actually going to pull from the deeper layers of your skin. So I recommend using a hydrating mist that has humectants in that. And then that will really help. And then on top of the HA serum, you're going to use an occlusive ingredient on there. That occlusive basically means it keeps the water from evaporating. Okay, so you're going to use the cream on top of that. Okay. Okay, the wrinkles on the forehead. My question is, Monica, when you are expressionless like this, right? Not like this, but like this, and you have wrinkles like that, and you're 27, if that is the case, you already have premature aging skin. So you're going to have to use a lot of sunscreen, and I would probably start to use some antioxidants. If you're talking about wrinkles like, when you go like this, everybody has those. And I have to clarify that, because I've had messages on Instagram where they say, look at my wrinkles. And then I'm like, okay, that, like, everybody has that when they look surprised. Okay. Oh, look at that. Philip wrote, arigatou gozaimashita. So he said, thank you. You're welcome. Do itashimashite. Or iie. Maybe there are frown lines. I want to use retinol. I'm still doing my research on it. Maybe there are frown lines. Okay, so forehead lines are this way. Frown lines, like right here, the number 11 lines, or here. Okay. What is a good hydrating mist to use at night after tretinoin? Oh yeah, Lupita, you're the one for the hyperpigmentation. Okay, this is what I use for my clients over and over and over and over. Let me try to find it for you. Let me see if I can find it this way. Right there. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Skin firming agent if you can tolerate tretinoin. Thank you for sharing the story. We're lonely for you. I know. Oh, thank you so much, Allie. I really appreciate that. Those are just such kind words. And I've learned that people who were really, really close to their pet will truly understand. So, I mean, I spent over 1,000 hours with him in training just for puppyhood. So we were really close. 37, my skin started sagging. Can I use vitamin C in the morning and retinol at night? Yes, it is safe, but that's not really going to help with sagging like I think you mean. It will help with overall look and evenness of your skin, but like sagging, not so much. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. You're welcome. Do itashimashite. Thank you. Have a good night. Okay, so I'm going to do another Q&A, and I have another SkinCeuticals product, and I also have another one that has retinol and vitamin C, and it's an encapsulated retinol. So if you guys are interested in that, and it's a very good skincare line that I don't think is very popular. I don't really see it a whole lot, but it's actually a very good line. I cannot use the retinol. I can't, and it comes with the vitamin C serum. I can't use the retinol, so I am going to be giving it away. So stay tuned for next week um, for this video as far as, oh, and I'm going to use another one called cold infusion. So those of you who have hyperpigmentation, you can't use a lot of the machines because they have heat. This one is a cold infusion one. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. Okay, I will talk to you guys later because I have to serve dinner. Okay, so have a good night and a good weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.